Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about is it time to quit sugar? So I guess all of us can face the sugar demon. In our family, it's particularly strong. My father had type 2 diabetes, as did his mother. And also, good morning, Cassie. Also, I have 3 children that have type 1 diabetes. And I've been facing insulin resistance myself. So in our family, this is a very big issue. And I, I, I could summarize it by saying I want to eat sugar at night, and then I want to stay up and do all my stuff. And then in the morning, don't talk to me. So it's not a healthy way to live my life. So I went to an integrative GP who read me the Riot Act, and I've cleaned up my diet a lot and definitely feel better for it and have lost some weight. So happy about that. And, I wanted to clear some energy around this because I feel like this is a big problem for a lot of people. We talk about cholesterol, and cholesterol, of course, comes from animal products, but it is also affected by our sugar intake and by the glycemic index of the foods that we eat. So it's important for us to come back to eating vegetables and proteins and, legumes and, nuts and seeds and things that are fresh. It's like we all need to do that, to be able to take care of our health and to be able to, uh, you know, clean up our act, so to speak. Good morning, Jenny. So I wanted to clear some energy around that. And of course, as always, you feel free to share this with anyone. If there's anyone that you would like to dedicate this call to, please include them. Energy is not limited. We can help whoever, and happy to help whoever. So, and also, if there's anywhere in your body that's complaining, please mention that so we can include that in part of our call today. All right, so we're going to start with the crown chakra, which is on top of our head here, and it's our connection to God. And I guess it's kind of like an argument, isn't it, between your body and your spirit. And really, your spirit uses your body to teach you stuff. And so it's like learning to have like self-mastery and self-control is so important, because otherwise we're controlled by something external. So in this case, we're talking about sugar. And food craving. So it's like, do we want to give our, um, you know, sovereignty up to a substance, or do we want to become masters of ourselves? All right, so first an oil comes up, so that's cedar wood, and cedar wood is the oil of community. So we all need to feel like we belong and that we're part of a community. All right, so cedar wood supports individuals in seeing that they are not alone. Life is a shared experience. Morning, Elizabeth. Cedarwood also assists in opening the awareness of individuals to the support system that is already available to them, such as friends or family that have been overlooked. It invites individuals to both give and receive, so they may experience the strength of groups and the joy of relationships. And really, our interactions and, what we learn and understand are all that we take with us in this life, isn't it? We can't take our things with us. We can only take our understanding and our growth and our learning that's in our heart. All right. So I'll use something from Kim's book here. All right. I easily form strong bonds with others and am courageous to discover my role in any new social group. Good morning, Elizabeth. All right. So sometimes we can feel separate or not good enough or not worthy of other people's love or attention. And so it's like we almost want to hide ourselves away. But we need you and we need you to shine your light. So we need you to speak and we need you to talk about what matters to you and, what's important for you in the world. All right. I feel safe to rely on others. I see that life is indeed a shared existence. I'm willing to release my reclusive ways. Oh, we have an assistant. Here we are. This is Hamish. All right.
Who are you talking to,
Oh, it's,
Nana?
Cassie's on here and Lisa and Jenny and Elizabeth. Yeah. All right. All right. I have strong, flexible personal boundaries. Okay. Hello, Hannah. Okay. All right. So, are we feeling part of a community? Are we realizing that we're an integral part of a community and that what we feel and what we need are important? Oh, Cassie said hello to you. Said hello, Hamish.
Hello.
Okay. All right. So something wrong in our neck. So I don't know if anyone's got neck pain or headaches.
I sit on my phone.
Today. All right. So C5. So C5 is the sugar circuit. And when we eat sugar, that part of our neck will blow, if we think of it being a fuse. And so it's like we need to get that adjusted to turn the fuse on. But if we go and eat sugar again, it will blow it out. So understand that. All right. Difficulty in expressing yourself because of your great concern about what others may think. Regular self-sabotage, low self-worth.
Nana, are you going to do the dinosaur one today?
Not today, next Monday. All right. So difficulty in receiving good things in your life.
Nana,
Sorry?
this is official one.
Yes, you can have a look later. So Nana has to talk on here now. So is it okay for you to go out now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Thank you.
Can I take this with me?
Sure. Okay.
I might take it with me.
Okay. All right. You can have that. Thanks, Margaret. All right. So feeling overburdened, strained, and limited. So sometimes we overcommit ourselves. Sometimes we push past our limits, and then we get too tired, and then we want to eat the sugar because we're too tired. So it's like it becomes this downward spiral into bad health. All right. So on the physical level, C5 can affect your vocal cords. You could get, sore throats or laryngitis or things like that. So it's like learning to get on top of the sugar monster is important for us to be strong and healthy. And it is hard in the beginning. When you first stop sugar, you really crave it. But it's like, have things ready to eat. Like the more you can food prep, I think it's helpful too. So often when I'm at work, I may not get lunch till a bit later. And so then you're ravenous and you'll just eat anything. So it's like you've got to You've got to be prepared to have something to eat so that you can eat something good because you have it there. Right, so Jenny's saying life over commits us at times. Yes, and that's okay too. That's like the yin and the yang. Sometimes we do too much and we're out there and physical, and then other times we need to just come and sit back on the lounge and recoup our energy and regenerate and rest up. So it's okay as long as we have both. All right. Okay, so we're still in the crown chakra. All right, I'm worthy of divine connection regardless. And I don't know about you, but often, I say things to myself, like not worthy of being blessed or, not feeling good enough or not feeling connected enough or feeling that I've blown it in some ways. So I think that's not true. It's like what we start believing, which is more of an ego thing, I think. So we kind of got to come back to our connection with God and knowing that we came here to the University of Physical Life, knowing that you came here right at this time because of the particular gifts and talents that you have. You're here now because we need you here now. Good morning, Susanna. So, whatever weaknesses we have, they are the opportunities for them to become our strengths. So, we can let the weakness pull us down, or we can step by step overcome. All right, now I'm going to jump into the earth chakra, which is the one under the base chakra, which really connects us down into the earth. All right, so surrounding ourselves by man made objects. And we could also include that with food, isn't it? If we have this wonderful relationship with the earth, it grows food and we can eat this fresh food and we can, return, our compost to the ground. It's like we interact with the earth in a beautiful way. And I really think that, the Aboriginal people, they strongly believe that. It's like part of their mentality to take care of the earth and that the earth will take care of them. And that's like this interaction. And we kind of forget that. And if you think about that in terms of food, in terms of all aspects of our life, like the more we're surrounded by man made objects, the less connected we are to the earth. So it's like get yourself out in nature again. Do whatever you need to do so that you connect to the earth. All right, so this earth chakra is strengthened by eating raw foods, especially picking food straight from the garden. That doesn't mean it has to be all raw, but the more that you can eat these fresh things, the more life force is in those foods. When something's processed, it doesn't have good life force and it drains your life force. So then you feel tired afterwards. All right, so also having gratitude for our environment. Okay, and vetiver oil comes up. So vetiver oil is very grounding. The root of the grass that it comes from looks like the dendrite tree of the brain, so it's very good for the brain to be calm. All right, so this is from Kim. By returning my energy back down to the earth, I ground and discharge myself, remaining powerfully present with whomever I surround myself or whichever task I work on. So we can see that, we receive information through our crown chakra. We need to take action. We need to speak. We need to feel it. But we also need to let go of the negativity or the things that overwhelm us so that we can come back to a place of power. not to be powerful over other people, but to be powerful within ourselves and to have self-control and self-love and self-dignity. All right, as I proceed descending, revealing, and releasing my pain, I discover deeper facets of my being, opening doors to light and recovery through this inward journey. And I really believe that this inward journey is one of the hardest journeys ever, like facing your fears, facing who you are, or the rubbish stuff that you believe about yourself is hard. It's not the easy work, the work of our souls, but it's what needs to happen for us to grow. And whatever addiction we have prevents us from doing the work of our soul because we get hooked into that addiction and having the high, and we forget why am I here? What am I doing here? What is my purpose? So coming back to who you are and why you are here. All right, back spine again. So T3. So if you feel the big bump on your neck, that's T1. So count down another 2 bones. That's that area. Is it sore on you? Can you feel it? All right, so feeling scared, suppressing old sadness and anger, acting as a slave to others and letting them take advantage, always putting you last, which leads to exhaustion and burnout. You rely too much on the opinions of others instead of learning to trust and value your own wisdom, inner guidance, and intuition. On a physical level, you may experience chest congestion, influenza, and upper and lower respiratory infections. So it's like we, if you think about it, your spine is this whole circuit board. And if we eat bad food or we think bad thoughts or we strain ourselves or do things that are not good for our body, the fuse blows. And it's like we need to have the adjustment to fix the fuse. But then we also need to understand, well, what blew the fuse? How did I blow that? And how can I learn to live within my healthy limits and knowing what's okay for me and what is not? And if I say, why do I have such healthy limits? That doesn't hold. So that's got a generational component. Dad's side, dad's mum, and the women, like 15 generations of women. And some stuck emotions. All right, unable to perceive clearly and correctly. So, and I know I suffer from this too, but sometimes we don't see our worth. We only see our flaws, and we can't see past the flaws and we can't see past the problems. But if you ask other people about you, I'm sure they can tell you the beautiful things they see about you that perhaps you are forgetting. Do you need a reminder of how wonderful you are? Are you getting disconnected from who you are? I want you to connect in again to be who you are. All right, now we're going to jump into the ninth chakra, which is the lunar chakra. All right, and this is about being purposeful and receptive. So it's like we're a little antenna, and we have an antenna and that we receive information and we receive inspiration and promptings to do good things. And if we follow those promptings, life always goes so much better. Doesn't mean you don't have opposition, but if we follow that, we really live our life in a good way. Margaret says you are the best. You're the best, Margaret. She does the best classes. All right, wanting to take and receive and refusing to give. All right, sometimes we can feel like that, isn't it? We can feel that we're at our wits' end and that we've given all that we can and we've got nothing left to give. But I think as we're inspired to give, we will be given the energy to do that, and it's not just that it's for us, it's like we're God's representative, He works through us, He's used to working with imperfect people, He's happy to, help us to fulfill our purpose and by so doing, fulfill His purpose as well. Alright, so sleep problems comes up here as well. Saying yes to everything. So I don't know if you have FOMO, which I do sometimes. I don't want to miss out on anything. So it's like, sometimes we overcommit because of our FOMO. All right. So this chakra is also strengthened by socializing with people of a higher vibration. So great opportunity this Saturday. If you're in Sydney, we've got a uh, Energy Works get together on Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Come along, mix with high vibration people and people that are, wanting to improve themselves and grow and learn, and we do it together. So you're welcome to come, bring a healthy plate of food and bring a friend if you want. We'll always make room. All right, so another oil, tangerine oil. So tangerine oil is the oil of cheer and creativity. And so we need to get creative. If we're getting in a rut and we're not feeling okay and we're, getting stuck in our sugar addiction, become creative because it's like your soul needs to express itself. We don't need to shove down our feelings with our addiction. We want you to express what you need to express. All right. This is from Kim's book. When I'm overburdened by responsibility, I deeply breathe in the beauty of life and am grateful to be part of it. And you definitely are part of it. All right. While recognizing the importance of work, duty, and responsibility, I keep a balance in my life with other more carefree activities and release myself from being overburdened by responsibilities by asking others for help. Ooh, that's a bit scary, isn't it? Are you prepared to ask for help? Are you willing? It's a little humbling to ask for help. All right. I may appear to be all fun and bubbles, but underneath this exterior lay healthy personal boundaries that prevent me from accepting any situation which is unfair to anyone. Okay. So, how can you be more creative today? How can you be more creative this week? What would you enjoy doing? What would your soul love? How can you feed your soul and not use sugar just to shut it up? Love to hear your suggestions of how you are creative and how you feed your soul. Okay, we're going now into the solar star chakra. So sometimes it can involve being bipolar. So bipolar is basically you can be depressed and then every so often you get manic. Manic can be good because you get a lot of stuff done. Depression's not so good because you just want to lie in bed and don't want to move. But sometimes we have a bit of both. All right, racing around trying to fit everything into life. So that doesn't help our solar star chakra, which is about contentment and satisfaction and feeling whole. All right, so this is saying, I keep asking for help at work, but they respond back with ignorance. Jenny said, just a bit of art. Yeah, you're the queen of art, Jenny. All right, so let's clear some energy around your work. All right, I let go of the feeling I will miss out on something. right. So also we're going into the solar plexus chakra to do with your work. So feeling like you have the willpower and the ambition and the power to do what you need to do and taking action. All right. I use my power with wisdom. I make all of my life choices in the interest of my highest growth and learning. I'm worthy of love, kindness, and respect, regardless of what I have done. I'm confident in my ability to make my life work. All right, so if we say the vibration around work was about 130 out of 1,000, so it's come up a little bit now with what we've just cleared. All right, heart chakra now. All right, so Melissa oil, I don't know if you have that one, that's a beautiful oil, is the oil of light. So Melissa awakens the soul to truth and light. It reminds individuals of who they truly are on this earth. Melissa invites one to release everything and anything that holds them back from reaching their fullest potential. Okay, we're going to just plug in the Melissa oil and I'll share some with you. I have some. And maybe you can use it temporarily as your perfume so that you can be the diffuser at work and bring light to your work. All right, so Melissa's enthusiasm is contagious. Through the intense light and vibration this oil has to offer, individuals may feel they cannot help but let go of darkness, despair, and other low vibrations that are holding them down. It teaches the joy of living. All right, so you might use that to feel energized. All right, so even if we just plug in for your work the vibration of that Melissa oil, that already has helped lift the vibration of your work. And I guess understanding that you can only do what you can do, and if you do your best, that's as good as it can be, and be satisfied that you're doing the best that you can, and that also that you will be helped, even though it may not look like you're getting helped right now. Trust that God will send someone to help you. All right. So this is from Kim's book. I awaken my soul to truth and to all for which I am grateful. I say thank you often and am reminded of who I am and why I came to earth. I release everything and anything that holds me back from reaching my fullest potential. And I guess if you think about, I guess the difference between carbon and a diamond is pressure, isn't it? It's intense pressure to make a diamond. And so it's like we do go through intense pressure in our life because it's making us into diamonds. So it's hard to be under pressure and it doesn't always feel like fun, but trust that you're getting the right amount of pressure and that you can handle it. And if at times it feels too much, give yourself a break. Go ground yourself. Let yourself come back to who you are. All right. The innermost recesses of my heart and soul are flooded with strength and vitality. Because I guess we receive our energy from the source, don't we? And we can be recharged and energized as we recharge our spirit and our soul. And if we think about all the beautiful blessings that we receive from the earth, eating fresh fruit and veggies and life-filled food give better energy. So it's like choosing the things that bring more life to us. All right, something else in our crown chakra now. All right, my heart is open and flowing. I accept my body signals in perfect harmony and rhythm. I'm doing my part to bring my spiritual body and physical body together. I'm thriving, fueled by positive energy. So sometimes when we eat a lot of sugar, you can get a big sugar rush and want to get a heap of things done. But it's not a positive energy, and it takes its toll on our body. And afterwards we hit the low. And when we hit the low, we get really tired and we want to eat more sugar. So this creates this spiral, downward spiral. And when we eat a lot of sugar too, we change who lives in our gut. So our microbiome is damaged and we become the puppet for the microbiome, and the gut then contains microbes that need sugar. And so it's like this gut controls us to go and get the sugar for it. So we're the puppet. So learning that, we don't want to have any squatters in our gut. We want to feed the good bacteria in our belly. So to cut out the crap food, to not feed the bad guys. All right, so reactions to our feelings. All right, so feeling unwelcome or in the way. So let's say, why am I so loved? So age 3, age 8, 26. Okay. So generational baggage here from mum's side of the family, mum's dad, and the men. All right, some more generational baggage preventing us from feeling loved from dad of the family, dad's mum, and the men. 93 generations of men. All right, so now tune in. Can you feel more self-love? Can you feel that you're worthy to be loved and that you're living your life in the best way that you know how currently? Doesn't mean we can't improve, but can you accept where you are now? Because if we can't accept who and where we are now, then how can we change? We have to accept who we are at this point in time and thank our body for what it has taken for us, and commit that we're going to work with our body and not against our body to live an even better, stronger and healthier and happier life. All right, something in our spine again. So T9. All right. Got a real theme going today, haven't we? Not honouring yourself and your needs. doing rather than being, trying to impress others by overextending yourself and then feeling burned out, looking for approval, feeling out of sync with life, alternating between feeling overexcited to depressed, hopeful to hopeless, happy to sad. So perfectionism. So adrenal glands involved here, fatigue, allergies, hives. So we can plug in the vibration of an adjustment, like to have had your spine aligned. All right, so now there are nutrients that can help us with sugar cravings. So some of the important nutrients are like zinc, magnesium, chromium, sometimes vanadium, which is a trace mineral, manganese. So these are all important to help reduce our sugar cravings. And so the people that live the longest, healthiest lives are the people that live near glaciers because of all the beautiful minerals that end up in their water. So minerals are really important for our health. And in Australia, we have no zinc and we have no selenium in our soil. So it's important to take these as a supplement here because we do not have them. So also when we eat foods that break down quickly into sugars, if we eat good fats with them, that slows down the absorption. So we want to try and eat more slow carbs or low glycemic carbs and eating good fats with them, like so walnuts, pepitas, lots of omega-3. So omega-3 is mostly in seeds and walnuts. So these help slow down the absorption of sugar, and omega-3, of course, is important in inflammation and pain. So, taking a clean fish oil or krill oil or linseed, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, all those seeds are very good. All right, a reaction to another feeling. All right, affected by grief and inability to flow with life. And we did do a call a few weeks back on, where in our body are we running grief programs? And, a lot of us do have grief and sometimes it's unprocessed grief and it needs to be processed and be allowed to pass through our body. All right, age 6. And for the oldies, age 61, which is me. So some generational grief hiding as well. Dad's side, dad's mum, and the women. Okay, so anyone else got anything that's bothering them right now regarding something else around the sugar cravings? Um, Something else around self-care? Any other parts of your body that are complaining? So throat chakra. All right, often avoiding the truth or facing painful facts. Yeah. sometimes we have to accept things about ourselves and know that, there are certain weaknesses we have that we may not have overcome yet, but also loving ourselves through that weakness so that it can become a strength. So sinus congestion is involved in this throat chakra as well. Cypress oil. So cypress oil is the oil of motion and flow. So when you're stuck, you might use cypress to get things moving or get the ball rolling. All right, I see both sides of the story, even if I do not personally approve of one. Having experienced sorrows of the heart, I am a relatable person whose advice is often sought. And I think, knowing most of you, that's probably true. My heart and mind are flexible, staying in the present moment, allowing movement, flow, and healing. And I think, when you get really stuck going for a walk or a swim or a bike ride or dancing or just doing some sort of movement helps to move the stress through your body. I easily step out of fear and into a neutral, grateful state by counting my blessings. Holding the space for my soul to remain in balance, I hold no doubts, only faith. And I guess we have to have the belief of how something can look, and to create something new, we have to have a picture of it in our mind and to work towards that picture. So if you're getting a bit stuck, we talked about tangerine, cypress, melissa, vetiver. These are all beautiful oils that would help you to deal with the things that you're stuck in, but also to move forward with light and creativity. All right. So, as I said earlier, we've got our Energy Works get together this Saturday evening at 6. So it's the 30th of September. So you're welcome to come. And we're doing an advanced Energy Works on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of October. So it's a great opportunity just to expand your knowledge of using Energy Works, learn a few more muscles. It's the opportunity to work on your own stuff, to mix with higher vibrational, like-minded people. So if you haven't done it before, it's $750 for the 3 days, which includes all your food and your notes. And if you have done it before, it's $400. So please come if you've got any inkling to come. We'd love to have you. Anyway, thank you this morning for all those that participated and commented. It makes such a difference to the call. Really appreciate it. And thank you for being you, and please keep shining your light. We need you all to shine brightly. Okay, see ya.